Hey Rasmanites and movie buffs, welcome to another round of TheCigaretteBurns film reviews. This round's film, of course, is Requiem for a Dream from director Darren Aronofsky, mostly famous for his direction of the Oscar-nominated film from last year, The Wrestler. First of all, I want to apologize for there being a week between reviews. It's been a week since Jack and Liam put up their reviews of the film. The reason being is because I have just been incredibly busy. As most of you know who follow me on my own channel, I'm moving, and I'm also putting out 5 videos per week on my own channel in the process. So I've just been incredibly busy. Hopefully when the move goes down, there'll be far better balance and far more planning ahead so that I can quickly get the reviews for this channel put out as fast as they should be. That being said, let's talk about what we're here to talk about, which of course is Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream, I must admit, I had to watch this film twice because the first time that I went to watch it, I was interrupted quite a bit and just was not able to get the full movie viewing experience out of the film. So I knew that I had to watch it again, which I actually just did today. The same day that you see this film review go up will be the day that I watched Requiem for a Dream the second time through. And I've got to say that I'm very, very happy that I was able to give myself that second viewing because my opinions of the film drastically changed. When I first saw the film interrupted, I thought, what the heck is this? Is Darren Aronofsky on drugs himself? When in actuality what it shows is the absolute brilliance of Darren Aronofsky's style of directing. Anyone who's seen the works of Ridley Scott, David Fincher, or Stanley Kubrick will know exactly what I'm talking about. Directors who utilize the camera as another character. You almost forget the camera's there because of the way that it just enables you to become engrossed in the world that you're seeing. And for somebody like me, who has a history of addiction in their family, it is the biggest compliment that I could ever give, because I honestly forgot, watching this film properly the second time through, that is, I honestly forgot that I was watching a film about addiction. I was so engrossed in the style and the presentation of Darren Aronofsky that it didn't really make me uncomfortable. And I felt so much for these characters, all 4 of the main characters, be it Sarah and Harry Goldfarb, Mary and Tyrone. All 4 of them are real people. They're not actors trying to play roles in a film. They are 100% real people, and by the end of it, you just want to reach through the camera and just be like, oh God, why can't I save these people? They're destroying their lives. Can they not see what they're doing to themselves? I mean, here you have Ellen Bernstein as Sarah Goldfarb, who is nothing but a single mother who's just lonely and depressed and uses television and food for comfort. But then it becomes twisted and turned around and becomes an absolute obsession. So much so that she believes, in my opinion. Some people say it was a real call, but I actually don't think it was a real call because of what we later see at the end of the movie when she actually visits the television studio. But she believes that she got a call from her favorite television show and they want her to be on this television show. And I think what it actually was is a catalyst in her own mind, because she didn't like the way she looked. So she, in her own form of dimension that she was traveling toward, she uses television as a way to give herself an excuse to go on a diet, because her other addiction in this film is food. And as the slow decline begins, her on too many diet pills and her not getting the call from the television show, as that slow decline begins and continues throughout the film, you see those addictions really take on different forms. For the television, you see her begin to get images of herself in the television, and the character that she is playing as the thin woman in the red dress comes out of the television along with the host and haunts her. She sees the fridge come to life, and it's amazing. It's truly an amazing performance. And in the end of it, when she's in the hospital and having to get all these tubes and all this medical equipment to basically survive, she is so far gone by that point that if you're not crying like a baby, then you have no soul. Because I am not ashamed to admit that I was crying a bucket of tears watching this character's decline, and how Julia Roberts won an Oscar in 2000 for Erin Brockovich over Ellen Bernstein in this film is beyond me. Granted, I hadn't even seen this film. This film wasn't even on my radar until TheCigaretteBurns came together and decided to review it. But having seen it and knowing what year it was produced in, Julia Roberts as Erin Brockovich getting the Oscar that year is crap. The only reason they gave her that Oscar, I believe, was because it was based on a true story. This feels way more real than anything that happened with the Erin Brockovich tale. It's not an insult to Erin Brockovich and the story behind that and the heroism and all of that that I'm saying. I'm saying from a pure film watcher standpoint, from the standpoint of someone who considers himself an inspiring filmmaker. This is what real reality is, not something that was just taken from a true story and adapted to film. Real reality in film comes from an ability to take what in this case was a written novel. So it's never been done on film before. It was nothing but written word. You take that written word and you're able to totally just transport people into this world. And as I've already stated, you feel so much for your characters in this film. It's just a testament to the tremendous casting and everyone that's in it. And no insult to Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, or Marlon Wayans, because all three are brilliant. But Ellen Bernstein's performance as Sarah Goldfarb, the reason that I call it Oscar-worthy is because I'm a very harsh critic. I don't say that people deserve Oscars unless their performance resonates with me, unless it's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And the performance of Ellen Bernstein as Sarah Goldfarb definitely falls into that category. Bottom line, see Requiem for a Dream. Even if you have a history of addiction with your family, even with all that happening, I was still able to see this film for what it was and just be completely blown away from it. 5 stars all the way across the board. Visuals, acting, music, the emotional impact that you have leading the film. Every element that makes a good film, Requiem for a Dream has. I will be picking this film up for my collection at some point. That's how deep of an impact that it had on me after seeing it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I convinced you to go watch Requiem for a Dream, because as someone who had no desire to watch it, my mission here for this review is to change your mind. Watch Requiem for a Dream with an open mind and you will be impacted like few films can impact you. I'll see you for the next round and another The Cigarette Burns film review.